These are Homer and Marge's worst moments. Homer goes to Dr. Frank to help him recover his memories from the night before, and he discovers, based on his interpretation of the memories, that Marge is having an affair. Eternal moonshine of the Simpson mind opens with Homer waking up outside and coming home at 6 a.m. to an empty house. He sees Santa's little helper, and he asks him if he knows where the family is. Santa's little helper attacks Homer and starts growling at him, which Homer finds weird. He goes to Moe's and tells Mo everything. Mo told Homer that he came in last night, and he was saying that he needed to forget something. Mo said he mixed him up with the most powerful drink he got, the Forget-Me-Shot. Homer said he never heard of it. That's why I made this video to explain the process. Homer watched the video and Mo said that the drink is the ultimate brain bleacher. He was confused because he couldn't think of one reason he would want to wipe out his memory. He thought he did something horrible, and then Chief Wiggum told him that there was a domestic disturbance at his address last night. When Homer looked at Chief Wiggum, a memory came back to him. He showed up at the Simpsons' door and asked Homer what's going on. Marge said that everything's fine. What gives, Simpson? Giving your wife an Irish kiss? No, I swear. Sure doesn't look that way. Marge nervously said that it was her fault and that she walked into a door. But Wiggum didn't believe her. That's where Homer's memory ended and he was stunned. I could never do something like that. Wiggum asked Homer why doesn't he just ask the person who filed the complaint? He said he's not authorized to release that information. Flanders. Fine. It was Flanders. Someone's being a nosy Nettie. Homer went to Flanders and he asked him why did he call the cops, and he said that he heard noise coming from Homer's house. What did I do? Homer went home and he started thinking about what could have happened in his living room. But then another memory surfaced when he looked at the picture of Marge. Stop. Homer, please. My eye. Now, those are just a few seconds of disconnected memories. Homer went to his dad to ask him if he may know something, but Abe had no idea. Homer said that he did something awful that made Marge and the kids leave him. Then Abe remembered that he may know someone who can help him dig up old memories. Abe took him to Professor Frank, who had built the device that will enable Homer to explore his memories. Professor Frank strapped Homer in, and suddenly he woke up in a bubble. This bubble allows you to view any past event from your life. Homer traveled to his house to the moment he came home the other day. He heard squeaking noises coming from the inside. Homer, I wasn't expecting you. Homer asked what's going on there, and Marge was panicking and saying she didn't want him to find out this way. Homer went to another memory to find Bart and Lisa so they could help him find out who the guy is. Kids, your mom is with another man and I need you to help me find out who he is. Homer asked himself if he should be showing the memory to the kids. Probably not. But since they're not really your kids, he took Bart and Lisa to his memory, and he showed them where it stops. Lisa said that he should just try moving the bottle blocking the way. Homer popped the bubble but he couldn't move the bottle. Bart then suggested a rather unorthodox method, hitting Homer's brain from within. They jumped up and down until Homer's memory started working. Homer saw that the man Marge was sitting with was Duff Man. Marge yelled at Homer, begging him to stop. She is going to be sore tomorrow. Homer woke up and he told Frank his stupid invention made him realize his life is worthless. My life is ruined. Goodbye, cruel world. And we come to this again. Remember season 1? Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Before Homer jumped, he saw someone approaching him. Are you my guardian angel? Yes, we are. Perfect timing. Homer said that if killing himself would make Patty and Selma happy, he won't do it. They told him not to worry about their happiness, and to think of himself. And they pushed him. They're just awful people. As he was falling, Homer saw life flashing before his eyes, and he realized he had a life well lived until last night. But then he remembered exactly what happened last night. Oh, Homer. I didn't want you to find out this way. We were planning a surprise party. Now that makes much more sense than the story he came up with. Marge apologized to Homer for the spoiled surprise party, but Homer was still really excited. This is going to be the greatest party ever. Well, glad you were happy. Then Duff Man said that Duff Beer is sponsoring the party. When Homer went to open the giant champagne bottle, Marge told him to stop. Please, my eye. Homer said he'll get the ice pack and asked Duff Man where it is. I'm just giving it to your wife. She is going to be sore tomorrow. The pieces are finally coming into place. Homer realized Marge wasn't cheating on him and he never hit her. Thank God I figured it out before I did anything stupid. Alright. Luckily, Homer fell right into his party. Lenny and Carl approached him and told him they can't believe his plan actually worked. But Homer didn't know what they were talking about. They told him that he came up with a plan to make the surprise party a surprise again. He came to Mo and he was telling the guys how Marge put so much effort into the party. If only I could forget what happened today. And that's where the forget-me-shot came into play. Homer said that the only problem is I'm sure to retain some image of coming home and finding Duff Man. Homer realized that would make him want to jump off a bridge. And he told Lenny and Carl, "For the love of God, make sure the party boat has a moon bounce." Okay, I'm a genius. In some ways, he really is. Homer said that there are still some things he doesn't understand. Why the dog attacked me? Because you never feed him. Well, now everything makes sense. Marge asked Homer why isn't he drinking, and he said, "This is a moment I want to remember." But there are some moments you just want to erase from your memory, like the time you framed your wife for a crime you committed. Marge takes up heavy drinking to spend more time with Homer. But things spiral out of control. Codependence Day opens with the family going to a wine festival. Well, actually, Bart and Lisa were going to complain about a movie to the movie director while Marge and Homer went to the wine festival nearby. "Are you sure we should go drinking together? I mean, who am I going to complain about?" Wow. He's openly telling his wife he's complaining about her when he goes out drinking. Marge told Homer they should do more stuff together. Homer and Marge get to drinking, and after some time they weren't in nearly as sober a condition as they were when they got there. "I drink this much. Mom's not going to like this. Don't tell Mama what Mama don't like." I bet they didn't expect that. And if they're both drunk, who's driving? They continued drinking the next day, too. And they seem to really be having fun. "Well, you talk like Marge." "Sorry, I set the bed on fire." "No, I would like to go out drinking with them until Homer gets blacked out. Then I'm leaving." Homer told Marge she does a great impression of him, and she needs to show it to the guys at Moe's. Homer insisted and they went out. "Kids, while we're out, the TV's in charge. Go to bed when it says what responsible parenting." Homer and Marge continued partying for days, and finally it all caught up to them. Well, only Marge, actually. "Maybe we should put this booze cruise in dry dock for a while." Homer says they can still have fun if she's not drinking. I don't think that's what she meant. Marge told Homer that maybe he could cut back, too. And he agreed. "I will draw strength from the Bible." Oh. Here comes the gospel according to puke. That's alcoholic blasphemy for you. That night, the two of them went out again, and Marge was worried that she may not be able to have fun while everyone else was drinking. But Homer reassured her. "Don't worry, honey. I don't even know if they serve alcohol at this thing. At Oktoberfest, no. No alcohol at all." Marge saw everyone drinking and she didn't want to ruin the fun, so she said she'll just have one beer. "Isn't that a little big? You can just nurse it." I don't think what she did is considered nursing. After the night was over, both of them were very drunk and Homer was taking Marge to the car. Why do people worry about stuff? It's all going to work out. Oh, good point. I feel like I'm watching myself when drunk. Homer tried to get the key into the ignition, and he said to himself that he's in no condition to drive. Wait, I should have listened to myself. I'm drunk. Is a taxi not an option in Springfield? Homer told himself to remember the rules for drinking and driving. Drink some cola to keep yourself alert. Nice work, cruise control. I don't think cruise control could have predicted that. Homer heard police sirens and he realized that if he gets another DUI, they'll take his license away. So, he did the only sensible thing in that situation. He moved Marge into the driver's seat. Make your wife think she crashed the car. Good going, Homer. Homer picked up Marge from jail and she was devastated. She said she couldn't believe she drove drunk. But you do believe it, right? I don't know what to believe anymore. That's my girl. Homer, you selfish man. That night, Homer was feeling guilty, so he went to Mo to clear his conscience. And he told him he did something really bad to someone he loves. Mo told him he's been a bartender for a long time, and he's heard it all, so it can't possibly be that bad. So Homer told him, "What are you? You're like a monster. That's like the worst thing I've ever heard anybody do to anybody." Hey, I agree with Mo. That's a pretty disgusting thing to do to somebody. On Sunday, Marge noticed that people at church were judging her because they found out about her DUI situation. So Barney approached her and gave her a pamphlet for a rehab center that might help her since they've helped him. But then, how many times have you relapsed since then, Barney? Marge went to the rehab center, and she told the guy at the reception that her drinking problem is out of control. At Oktoberfest, all I could think about was beer. I couldn't even celebrate the harvest. Maybe you did go a bit overboard, Marge. But out of control. The trust she holds in Homer is really going to be the end of her someday. The rehab center lets Homer know that he can't speak to Marge for 28 days while she's there, and he protests them. When he hung up, Lisa told him there are some things about the crash that don't make sense to her. And the crash was in your car. Also, the driver's seat was adjusted for your stomach. All valid points, Nancy Drew. The only thing you left out is that your father is an enormous liar. Meanwhile, at rehab, Marge is starting to have some doubts. The drinkers are smoking, the smokers are drinking, And the gamblers are having sex with, yeah, that's not a healthy environment. Homer decided to leave the kids with Flanders, and he told them he's going to a rehab center. Oh, thank God you're finally fighting your demons. My demons and I are closer than ever. That's not something to be proud of, Homer. Homer went to the rehab clinic, and he told Marge everything that happened that night. He said he did it out of love. Love of not being arrested. Like Marge and I myself have said 1,000 times before, he is the most selfish man in Springfield. Homer said that now he realizes there's nothing more important in this world but her. Marge slammed the door in his face and went into a patient-only room. As Marge walked into the room, she declared she needed a drink. Then you should thank God you're in a rehab center 'cause we're packing. Some rehab center, that is. After some time, Agnes Skinner asked Marge how she was feeling, and she said she feels the buzz. But she doesn't feel happier. Not like when I was drinking with Homer. Maybe it wasn't the alcohol you like. Edna always so full of wisdom. Marge realized that she didn't enjoy the drinking and the partying. She enjoyed spending time with her husband. Marge said that she loves her husband and she's glad she does. My name is Marge S. and I am a Homer. Ain't that the sweetest and most disturbing thing a wife could say about her husband? Marge met up with Homer at the reception and she told Kyle, the guy working there, that they're leaving. I really don't think you two should leave. He's a chronic alcoholic and you're in complete denial. There's no better diagnosis for those two. Marge told Homer that she wants him to promise her that he will cut down on the drinking. Then maybe we can have some memories together that aren't just a nauseous blur. Homer promises that he will give up all clear luz. Now that's a promise. Marge asked him once again if he really meant it. And Homer said, "Hey, anything's possible with a little help from my Bible." "Oh no, it's a real one." "No." "Why?" "God, why?" "Well, maybe now he'll actually be forced to do it." Homer and Marge usually have a good relationship until a certain man, or should I say men, get between them. Marge rediscovers her sexuality after appearing in a racy calendar. But Homer is too tired to respond to her advances because he's being worked to death by his new boss, Carl. The Devil Wears Nada opens with the supervisor of Sector 7G at the plant retiring and Homer, Lenny, and Carl talking about him. They say how they're going to miss him and that he was a good supervisor. Then Mr. Burns came and told them that one of them will fill the position of supervisor. But which one? Yeah, that's a tough choice. None of them really scream responsible. Upon taking a better look at them, Mr. Burns chose Carl to be supervisor. Homer and Lenny were so excited about this since their best buddy is going to be their boss. But then Carl wasn't high-fiving them. I'd rather save my arm lifting for tapping gauges or filling out employee evaluations. Meanwhile, Marge was at the meeting of Springfield Charity Chicks and they were coming up with a plan for the next charity event. Helen said that the police department raised money by selling beefcake calendars. Marge suggested they should do what they did. We just need a theme. How about history? But please don't make it that type of history. So Marge and the ladies took photos for the calendar. But Julio, their photographer, told Marge that she's going to need to lose some layers if she wants to sell calendars. Marge agrees on taking off just one glove. She know what would look super good if you held this glass of red wine. Soon Marge was taking off layers without even being asked. Whoops. Whoops is what you're going to be saying tomorrow when your hangover hits you and you start remembering what you did. So when the calendar came out, Marge went to take a look at it at the mall, and she was shocked to see that every month was her. I don't remember doing this. Meanwhile, Carl promoted Homer to be his new executive assistant. Homer didn't want to do that, and he asked Carl if he could keep the job he has now. Either you're my assistant or you find a job elsewhere. Meanwhile, Marge was trying to deal with the fact that the whole congregation has seen her calendar, and she was worried they'll judge her. But instead, they all had a positive reaction, which gave her more confidence. That night, when Homer came home from work, she was eagerly waiting for him. Marge says that everyone loved her calendar, but only you get to flip the pages. Marge tried to get Homer to enjoy the moment, but Homer said he only wants to cuddle tonight. Homer fell asleep, and she let him rest. The next night, Homer was complaining about Carl again, and Marge wanted to help Homer relax. Wash my car. Reel my latte. Leave me alone, you two. A few days later, Homer told Marge that he knows it's been a rough couple of weeks, but he managed to book them a night at a very romantic hotel. Marge said she brought a couple of items to make their night extra special, one of which being snuggled eyes. Let me try. Lick eyes, spank hair. What the? Homer, I guess it's just not your night tonight. But Marge wasn't about to let this ruin the mood, so she got straight to business. But Homer was getting more and more sleepy. Homer snapped out of it, and just as they started snuggling, Homer got a call from Carl, who said that they've been invited to the annual Nuclear Power Expo in Paris. Did he just stop right in the middle for this? So, the morning rolls around, and Homer is getting ready to go into a cab. The most intimate moment we shared this week was my ironing your shirts. Marge told Homer she can't believe he's going to go and spend another weekend with Carl. Hey, it's not like I want to go. Go, go, go. And that mallet went right into Ned's head. Deadly. Marge the murderer. And it was a crime of passion. Only not passion for Ned. Just kidding. Ned was fine. And Marge invited him and the boys to join her and her children for dinner. Meanwhile, Homer was in Paris with Carl at the Nuclear Power Expo, and he was helping him navigate conversations with important people. A woman Carl met asked him what he most liked about Paris, and Homer told him to say he really loves the Louvre. Everything about it is so closed on Mondays. Later, Carl was telling Homer how much he loves Paris and that he wants to extend their stay indefinitely. Homer says that he has to go back to Marge. Homer, we are this close to selling off power in Paris, Milan, Dubai, everywhere people know good electricity. He has really gone mad with power. Carl went into the night with the woman he met earlier, and Homer was left on the streets of Paris, wondering about Marge. Meanwhile, she was having dinner alone with Ned since all of their kids bailed on them. It's fun to cook dinner together. Homer and I never do it anymore. Marge gave Ned a lettuce to wash and he splashed water all over them. Gosh, what a honk. I'm not thinking straight. Why did I drink that wine cooler last month? But then the moment was interrupted by the cooking timer. Say by the bell from eternity in hell. Indeed you are. Both of you. Meanwhile, Carl was calling Homer and asking him where he was in Springfield. What? Homer, return to the immortal city of light at once or you're fired. Okay, Carl. Wait till Lenny hears about this. Homer said that won't happen because he knows the woman Carl's been with is the first lady of France. That's some thorough research, Homer. Maybe Lisa actually is your daughter. While Homer was getting ready to leave the airport, Marge was eating whipped cream and strawberries with Ned. You got whipped cream in your mustache. Your perfectly trimmed mustache. Now come on, Marge. Control yourself. As she was leaning in, she saw a reflection of a picture of her and Homer on their wedding day in Ned's glasses. Marge told Ned that there's only one man she should be eating whipped cream with, and of course, he was a perfect gentleman about it. As Ned and Marge were saying goodbye outside, Homer came and saw them. My wife and my worst friend. Could it be? Nah. And there's another good man right there. When Marge saw Homer, she was really happy he came back. Hey, Ned. Marge. I believe we have a little unfinished business. Come with me. Now, kids, close your eyes and cover your ears. Just kidding. This is a PG show sometimes. After they were done snuggling, Homer said it's his turn to roll the dice. Classic. But what happens when Homer and Marge become business rivals? Marge gets a job at an upscale cannabis dispensary, leading Homer to open a competing business that replicates the scuzzy days of scoring weed from an old-school pot connection. Highway to Well opens with Marge dropping Maggie off to a daycare center. And since that freed up her whole day, she tried to find some activities to do. Come on, I want to see you, __ suffer. Am I the only one who heard that? I love it. Yeah, we figured you would, Lon. Marge didn't like that, so she tried out pottery class. Paint harder, you sausage-fingered. No talents. Are there any non-screaming activities? After everything else failed, Marge found herself walking around and seeing a line of people waiting to go in and send their applications for a job position at the Well and Good store. She went in and she got to talking with one of the employees there. The girl complimented Margie's hair. By the way, your name tag is upside down. Thank you. You're the only person to mention that. Why did that sound very meaningful? Lauren pushed a button and some men appeared to be watching and analyzing Marge's behavior. A man came up to Marge and told her there was never a test except that there was and she passed. They told Marge that she's the only one that got the job. And only after that, Marge realized she never asked what the company sells. Either the tincture is more expensive. Well, this is about you and taking care of you. Well, that's good going for someone who has no clue what she's selling. For I'll take both. Hell. Wow, girl. You just made a $100 sale. $100 for 2 small products. What is this? Sephora? Marge asked Lauren what they sell here, and she said that they're a high-end cannabis boutique. You sell pot? Technically, I check IDs. You sell pot? Oh, so that plus is actually like a cross. I'm a drug dealer. Cannabis is legal in this state now. So, you're more like a drug seller, Marge. Marge said she couldn't work there anymore. That night at dinner, Marge told her family what happened, and they all thought that she should go back and accept the job. Marge says she thought they'd be opposed to it. People are stressed out these days. Scurvy is back. There's like 60 wars going on. They aren't wrong. Marge said that Dritch Tatum did personally choose her to work there, and he said she was very helpful. Homer told her that she's the most helpful person he's ever met. Now go sell the safe legal drugs our kids should never ever use, especially Bart. Good way to discipline your kids. First, tell them that weed is okay. Then tell them to never use it. So Marge went back to the store, and she started working there. The next day, Otto came in asking to buy some pot. Now, do you want a body high or a front of the face bud? I don't know. Just hook me up. Otto, this isn't the kind of drug deal you're used to. The guy working there asked Otto all sorts of questions to help him decide which weed to get, but he was very confused and he said he just wants to score a bag of pot from some dude who may or may not be a cop. I'm a cop? Have you tried this? Yeah, that must be a weird tip. Otto went into the most unlikely place for him. Give me a beer. Okay, boys, close your mouths. But I'm just as shocked as you are. Otto said that I dreamed my whole life of legalized weed. Turns out it's a real buzzkill. I guess half of it really was the chase. Homer thought that it'd be really popular if one of those legal places made it feel like you were scoring weed from your old school pop connection. That's actually not a bad business plan. So, Homer starts his little side hustle business. Meanwhile, Pum told his employees that he is opening a cannabis resort and spa. He told Marge he was thinking that she should be the hostess acting as the face of the well and good brand. But your husband Homer is selling weed, Marge. That's terrible. Wait, no? So am I. We all are. Tatum pointed out that they are trying to elevate the image of cannabis. Tatum told Marge that she can't continue to work there while her husband is taking pot back to the dark ages. Marge begged them not to fire her, and she said that when Homer realizes how much this is hurting her, he'll understand. But Homer tells her that he doesn't understand. We're doing the same thing, except you dress like a doctor and I dress like a cool toddler. He makes a good point, but Marge didn't think so. Okay. I'm a healer and you're a dealer. You need to quit. I could quit whatever I want. I just don't want to. I see there are tensions on both sides, but I know only one of them is right. Objectively, when we take out the matter of feelings, but with those in the picture, it's hard to say who's in the wrong here. Lisa came down and she asked Bart what's going on, and he said, Mom and Dad are having a drug war. It's that different. I feel like I'm watching a less serious Narcos. Marge quit her job since Homer wouldn't quit. But then Tatum told her that there might be a way for her to keep working there. But it would entail the betrayal of your husband, which I would never ask you to do. Marge tells him it doesn't really hurt to ask. Oh, come on, Marge. Really, you're better than this. Tatum said that with Marge's help, they can get the government to shut Homer down. Marge asks him how they can do that when pot's legal. Yes, but he isn't licensed to serve non-psychotropic edibles. They're going to get him on account of sharing food with his friends. They're saying that if Homer offers snacks to his customers and they eat even one bite, they'll go in and take him down. So, we need you to bait the trap with these. Are you in? This is a very low point in your marriage, Marge. I hope you understand this. Marge came in and apologized to Homer for their fight, and she said she brought the snacks to apologize. Homer gladly accepted, but when he started eating, it didn't even occur to him to offer some to his customers. Come on, you fat bastard. Offer the customers some cheese balls. Dang, those health department guys are nasty. Marge reminded Homer not to be rude and offered some cheese balls to his friends. And Krusty took a bite. And just as the health department guys barged in, Marge changed her mind. Stop it. Yeah, that's one cheese ball too late, Marge. The health department got in and you knew you set you up. Come with us, scumbag. Pay a $25 fine. It's a small fine, but a damn big betrayal. So Marge got to be the face of the brand for Tatum, but at what cost? Homer was drunk out of his mind, so he said something unimaginable. He outed Marge for never trying pot in front of everyone. Marge said that she doesn't have a problem with pot, and that she can start anytime she wants. So, she does. She said she doesn't feel a thing and it probably doesn't work on her, but I feel like I'm on an elevator that's going up and down at the same time. Oh, she's high. Marge starts spiraling and she barely gets to the bathroom to calm down. Honey, it's me. You're going to be okay in 2 hours. That will seem like 12. At least they're finally okay. Marge told Homer that he's been so sweet and that she righted him out, but Homer told her he gets why she did it. Marge told him she still feels weird. And Homer suggested that maybe she would feel less weird if he was weird, too. Here, I'll smoke one of your futuristic joints. That's not a doobie. And they burned the whole resort down. At least the firefighters got something good out of it. But sometimes Marge is the one that takes things too far. Homer used his new treadmill to catch up on a TV series about plane crash victims stranded on an island. Beware my cheat. Bart opens with Homer taking Bart and Milhouse to the movies. And he spends the day at the food court. Now to save on calories, I won't eat the paper and the fortune cookie. Homer, did no one tell you you're not supposed to eat the paper? As Homer was walking, he was getting more and more out of breath, and a man approached him. Sir, I can't help but noticing that you are very near death. Closer than you think. Good to know that you've accepted your fate, Homer. The man offered him a treadmill with all sorts of cool gadgets and a TV with a drill sergeant mode. Homer buys it, even though he can't afford it, and starts working out. Huh, that's weird. My armpits are getting wet. That's called exercise, Homer. Lisa came down, and she told Homer that his treadmill TV is hooked up to the internet, so he can stream whole seasons of TV shows. Homer sees a show called Stranded that he's never heard of, and he asks Lisa about it. Lisa tells him that it was a show about people marooned on a mysterious island that's riddled with religious and scientific paradoxes. Sounds like my cup of tea. Homer started watching the show, and he got really hooked on it. A plane crash. Wait a minute. That flashback raised more questions than it answered. It's like watching myself in the mirror. After finishing the first episode, Homer was hooked on the show, and he couldn't afford not to continue watching. What a great opening episode, and I'm sure everything they said will pay off handsomely. Don't be so sure about that. The next day, Homer took his lunch down to the basement to exercise, and Marge was confused. She said that he exercises so much, but he looks the same. Marge says that maybe the weight will come off at once in the future. Don't you believe anything Homer says? His first word was a lie. Marge, don't take advice from Grandpa. Marge went downstairs to see what Homer was doing, and she saw him sitting on the treadmill watching Stranded. When I wanted to watch it with you, then you said it was pretentious and repetitive. Homer tells Marge he needs to have many mysteries solved. You also need to exercise. Homer continued babbling about the show, and he kept wondering, what did the last episode mean? So Marge said he should either use the treadmill for running or take it back. And where will I watch TV? On the TV. And where will I walk? On the ground. It's like a contest of how much stupid questions you can ask in under a minute. The next day, Marge wanted to snuggle, but Homer told her to wait another 104 hours so he can finish the show. So, she just slammed the door on him. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means I'm mad. Oh, that's such a first-take answer. No, that's just plain true. Homer decided to have a Stranded discussion group at his house, but he alerted everyone that he is only on Season 3, Episode 17. So no. Tyler, Homer, calm down. It's not like any of this stuff really took place. Tyler, he can be really annoying sometimes. Marge came downstairs and told Homer to keep it down cause she's trying to get Maggie to sleep. Homer apologized to Maggie by saying he has a discussion group. We dissed that's why airplane go crash crash, but people don't die. That's no way to talk to a baby. Marge lost it, and she spoiled the show for Homer. Homer is angry with Marge for ruining his show. Now I'm going to give you a spoiler about our marriage. It's not great right now. Oh, he's pulling out the big guns. That night as Homer was coming to bed, he was murmuring about how Marge ruined his show. But when he walked into their bedroom, he saw Marge. Care to join me in a private last episode party? Well, but I guess they worked everything out in the end, as they always do. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What do you think is the worst moment